This is the Water Quality Association podcast, promoting the betterment of water quality around the world. And hello, I'm your host, Wes Bleed.
I definitely think it's just being reassured that so many of the challenges that we all face in this industry, from emerging contaminants to forever chemicals to things that are going on at the state and federal levels, all of those things are on the radar of the WQA, and they're actively involved to help all members.
That's WQA Membership Committee Chair Amanda Krangle talking about the many benefits of belonging to the Water Quality Association. And welcome to the weekly podcast from WQA, the leading voice of the residential, commercial, and industrial water treatment community. You can find us at WQA.org. If you're a first-time listener or viewer, we're glad you're here. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a show. That's the value of our podcasts. And be sure to share the podcast with someone on your team. We also feature our podcasts on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/@Water Quality Association videos. In this podcast episode, I'm joined by Amanda Krangle, who chairs the membership committee at WQA, one of several committees and advisory councils at the association, along with Monica Sanchez, WQA's member relations manager, as we discuss the various benefits of membership in the Water Quality Association. We'll cover things like the types of member companies and the application process and the role of the membership committee and the importance of networking and education within the association. Our conversation highlights the value of being part of a community that supports water quality professionals around the globe. And later we'll have our WQA tip. It's all coming up on the Water Quality Association podcast. We wanted to connect with new members and prospective members and, well, frankly, members who've been involved with the Water Quality Association for some time to talk about the value of WQA membership and to catch everyone up on what's been happening with membership at the WQA and the tremendous value it offers. And so we're talking today on our podcast with Monica Sanchez, the membership relations manager at the Water Quality Association. And we're glad to have Amanda Krangle, who runs Lamplight Digital Media at lamplightdigitalmedia.com and is the chair of the WQA Membership Committee. So to both of you, I say welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us, Wes. It's always a pleasure to be here and participate in these podcasts.
Yeah, great to have you. And as I say, we wanted to kind of, catch people up to speed on where we are with membership benefits these days and the value of membership. And for somebody out there who maybe is new to the Water Quality Association, it's maybe thinking about joining. This is the perfect podcast for you because there is so much going on right now. And as I said, I use the word value. I really think that's important to underscore as we talk about that. So maybe, Monica, we can talk with a few basic questions about membership, and if you could answer just some, general questions like how many member companies we have and what kinds of companies and that sort of thing.
Sure, Wes. I'd be happy to talk about that. I'm proud to say that WQA currently has over 2,500 member companies worldwide, representing like a wide range of industries. We have our companies who do water treatment in homes. We have our manufacturers, our suppliers, and then just different service providers who also provide services into the industry to our members. Yeah.
Great. And I heard you say worldwide. I think that's important, isn't it? This isn't not just a U.S.-based association.
That's correct. Yeah, we actually have members that span across over around 50 countries. So, water quality is definitely a global concern. So, WQA kind of provides that platform for people across the world.
Yep. Yeah, and Amanda, among the types of members that Monica just described, there's also another membership category, if you will, and that's one that you belong to, right? The industry partner?
Yes, the industry partner program is for consultants and those who provide services directly to the water treatment industry, but they're not a dealer, manufacturer, supplier. It's a great category, and I personally have found tremendous benefit from being a member through the industry partner program.
Right. So again, if you're listening, thinking about joining, you say, well, I'm not really a dealer. I'm not a manufacturer. I'm not sure where I fit. Well, maybe the industry partner program is the very place for you as we talk about these different categories and so forth. And actually, Monica, back to you. How does one become a member?
So it actually is a good point to kind of talk about. We just recently revamped our member page. So if you haven't, even as a current member, if you haven't been on there, please do go and check it out. We sort of said, as we talk about like these different type of industries that we're working in, we've definitely, we split it out by that. So if you're not sure kind of what you fall into, we do give you the option to kind of schedule a meeting with us. There's a button to click it. So we kind of like different services that you provide. And it just kind of, and then it lists out basically what benefits are provided to you in that specific sector of the industry. You know, what's going to benefit you at being a member of WQA. So we've definitely revamped that. So like I said, if you haven't been on there, definitely take a look. It's definitely a little bit more guided, try to help you get to where you belong. And if you do find, hey, I don't know what category I belong in, there is an option to kind of schedule a meeting with us. And it gives you some times right on there. So it makes it really easy to figure that out.
Yeah. And you mentioned scheduling meeting, and very often that might be a call with you, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because you've got all the answers.
Yep. And so if you don't need, and once you figure out what category you belong into, it's actually right on the website. You can hit apply now. It'll ask you a few questions, obviously about your company, a little information about yourself, and then you submit your application. It'll be reviewed, and then we'll send you a couple nice little welcome email once your application gets approved, and we're happy to have you as a new member.
Yeah, it's great to see the growth that we've been having. You mentioned the 2,500 members, and these are member companies, right? They're not individual. This is not an individual association, and yet at the same time, I want to emphasize the individuals from the companies are the ones who are engaged with WQA on a regular basis. So I just want to make sure we point that out, correct?
Correct. Yep. So membership with WQA is at the company base. So meaning any of your employees are considered members while you have an active membership. So it just kind of flows down. So while the company is the member, all of the employees reap those member benefits while they are employed with your company, and you maintain your membership.
Right. And I would also point out too, coming from a somewhat self-interest perspective here, we want to make sure that you're sharing the resources with the various employees of your company. So, make sure they hear the podcast, right? Forward a link for the podcast, the newsletter, the weekly e-newsletter that we have, that we send out on Wednesdays, things like that. Make sure your staff is getting all of the benefit of the resources WQA offers. So, Amanda, back to you. Your chair. Tell us how it's going as being the chair, and what the committee is up to these days.
Yeah, so as a volunteer for the WQA, this was a new position for me. I'd never chaired a committee before. Really hadn't been part of an organization like this, so this was all very new to me. And it's been a fabulous learning experience. Not only are the people on the committee just really high caliber people. I mean, they're all A players. It's phenomenal to get together with them and see the engagement and the willingness of the people on the committee to join together to, drive membership forward. So some of the things that we've been doing are really focusing on how we can both gain new members and then, of course, retain members. And I feel like the membership committee, if you've ever played pinball, I feel like we're, the very last slot at the bottom. So all of the other committees, it seems like they all touch what we do, between, industry research to the business operations, communications, events, all of that impacts membership, right? So it's really been an honor and a privilege to be a part of a committee that touches so many aspects of what goes on inside the WQA, and to just be in communication with so many people who are passionate about this industry.
And I just want to add that it's been great having Amanda as our chair. Like she's saying, it is a big undertaking and it is a huge thing to kind of undertake, because like she's saying, you do kind of touch on aspects. So why it is your focus is membership, we are looking at kind of big picture items. So, kudos to Amanda, because it is a big undertaking being the chair of the membership committee.
Yeah, and when I hear that, Amanda, I'm thinking about how that there are so many unique opportunities that WQA offers individuals such as yourself to be the chair, to extend, opportunities to take leadership positions on, such as you have done with the chair role with the membership committee, and then and sharing ideas and getting involved, things that would not have happened had you not been part of WQA.
I think that's so true. I do believe that life is what you put into it. And the WQA for me has provided so many opportunities for me to learn and grow in so many aspects. So, being able to be a part of a committee, seeing how it goes. I've been part of the communications committee, the industry research committee, and then to have the ability and honor to chair a committee has all been a huge learning experience for me and has helped me grow in a lot of ways. And I really think that that's a testament to the WQA and how people are able to really get out of it what they put in, and the opportunities to put into it and also receive from that are really unlimited. And I think that, that's just one facet of the WQA, is being able to be a part of moving this industry in such a positive direction and having your own, little sphere of influence to see things go in a great pattern and projection for the industry. But there's so many other pieces to it too, outside of volunteering, that have also provided me. And I know so many conversations I've had. Recently we went to the mid-year leadership conference, and just talking with so many people, the benefits provided to them through the WQA, through opportunities from volunteering to education to, government support at the legislative level is really incredible.
I did want to touch base on the mid-year leadership conference, and I'm glad you brought that up. So can you give me a highlight or two, what you took away from it and how you will build on that going forward?
Sure. For me, it's all about the people. As you stated so well earlier, yes, we have companies that are members, but everything is made up of people. Mm-hmm. And that really is what makes not only, this industry, but really the WQA such a phenomenal thing to be a part of. And to me, when I've gone to mid-years in the past, and this year was no exception, that really is the number one reason to go. And it's usually the number one reason why I enjoy it. Just the networking, the camaraderie, it's really like a big family. And they're so welcoming too. We had one person from our team at Lamplight come, and it was her first year there. And, she was just welcomed with open arms, had excellent conversations, met a ton of new people, and walked away very grateful that she was able to attend. I had another client that was there, had a team member join him that was, his first time, had the same experience, just was blown away by the quality and caliber of people that are there and the connections that were made and that networking that happened. So I would say first and foremost, that's the number one takeaway, is just how wonderful the people are, the community. Second, I definitely think it's just being reassured that so many of the challenges that we all face in this industry, from emerging contaminants to forever chemicals to things that are going on at the state and federal levels, all of those things are on the radar of the WQA, and they're actively involved to help all members to navigate those successfully. And, they share resources and different ideas on how to handle different scenarios. And I think a lot of the brainstorming that happens there is also very valuable.
Well, I like that. Well said. A lot of the intangibles of the association, the things that you can't really quantify in any specific ways, and yet we can quantify, Monica, some of the things that we have that would be classified as benefits, and you kind of touched on those earlier, but I want to make sure that we don't overlook anything. When somebody joins, what are they getting from a membership, from a benefits standpoint, and what happens as soon as one joins?
So as soon as you join, you'll be sent a welcome letter just welcoming you as a member to WQA. It includes those member logos, so you can put those on any of your marketing materials, your website, just to show the community. We also have, you can also put out a like a social media post saying I'm now a member, which is great. So we've had a lot of different ways people use that member logo once they get it. You're also enrolled in what is our member onboarding process. So this is a series of emails. And what this will do is this takes you through pretty much the whole association and different benefits that we have to offer, and just gives you little nuggets about it and gives you little pieces about that benefit and why it benefits you. And if you need more information, how to contact if it's about professional certification or education, how to then reach those folks so that you can get started in those kind of programs. And definitely, one of the big benefits, if you're not, is a listing on our Find a Member page. If you've not visited that, it shows all of our members on there. You can look either by zip code, you can search by state as well. So it'll show if you're not a member, it's going to list all the competitors in your area. If you are a water treatment provider, we also have our TAP Score referral program that you can opt into. Basically allows homeowners to get a testing done, and then you can be referred to you to do the work to help them solve their issues with their water. They've definitely talked about the networking opportunities. Those are huge. And, the education, they're constantly expanding, the programs for that and the online training program. So if you've not, check that out. Even if you're not looking into getting certified, even if you just want to do the training courses, there's a wealth of information that's provided there. And then with the instructor-led courses too, those instructors, are they're the top minds of the industry. They're very well informed, so they're always happy to kind of answer questions. So even if, like I'm saying, even if you're not looking for the path of certification, I definitely recommend checking out the education, because it's another good pocket of information that you can get from there.
Yeah, we didn't really touch earlier on the education and training. That's so important, because you can train your staff. You can have new employees who are coming on your team, get them up to speed on, as Amanda mentioned, emerging contaminants or PFAS or any of those kinds of things. So it's very important to keep those in mind. And then the intangibles we talked about earlier. So that's important as well. So Monica, can you explain how are the membership dues determined? What goes on there?
So member dues are based on the type and the size of the business. For example, our manufacturers, suppliers, and our dealers each have different categories, but within those are kind of split up based on the company's water treatment sales volume revenue. So this kind of allows the businesses of all sizes to kind of participate and benefit, because it's structured more on your, the business's water treatment sales volume.
Fantastic. Okay. And tons of information about all of that, the different categories, et cetera. And Amanda, this is perhaps, again, kind of maybe goes without saying, but I still want to have you say it. Why would somebody want to become a WQA member? If they're listening to this and they're getting a little bit excited about what we've been talking about, they want to maybe just get that little extra nudge, what would you say?
Well, I feel like we've kind of, obviously we're on here, right? So we love the WQA. That just goes without saying. But I think the most powerful thing was something that I actually heard last week at the Mid-Year Leadership Conference. There was a lady, and she is new to the industry, new to water treatment, and she was at my table, and I was asking her, kind of her experience in joining the WQA and how that has been for her. And I thought her experience was very powerful. So, they are a very small company. They don't have a lot of resources. It's not like they're part of, a large organization with, hundreds of employees or anything. It's really just a few employees. And she said that the WQA membership has paid for itself in the first year tenfold. And I think the big takeaway for her was that there's just so much opportunity for a business owner to come in and really learn all facets of the industry and business. So I think that's very unique for the WQA, is that not only are the resources available for technical challenges or problems that need to be solved, whether that's, a well water test that came back and you want some advice on how to best treat that, what should the treatment train look like, but also on the business side of it. So there's a ton of information through the WQA convention on how to effectively and successfully grow a water treatment business. And of course, being in touch with all of these different suppliers and OEMs gives you a really broad perspective of the technologies available and how to use that to grow your business. And so this is somebody who is brand new, has tapped into the resources, has proactively, taken it upon herself to really utilize what's available to her and has seen an immediate payoff. So I think that that's just a great testament to becoming part of the industry, getting involved and taking advantage of this and seeing her business grow tremendously since she has joined. She was just blown away by, the resources that have been provided to her. I'll also say that the education side of it is so important. I've been part of this industry, both from a sales perspective at a dealership, as a general manager, and then of course on more of the vendor side with Lamplight Digital Media. And it is amazing to me. I'm actually going through the CWS course right now, me and another one of my team members. And every Tuesday morning, we meet and we learn from these wonderful industry experts. And just to have that kind of resource at your fingertips, being a part of this industry and being able to utilize that and leverage it in all facets of your business, whether you're a dealership, a manufacturer, supplier, even a consultant or industry partner like myself, everybody can benefit from that. So I would just encourage anybody who's on the fence to join. Just check it out. Have a conversation with Monica. You can always reach out to me as well, Amanda at lamplightdigitalmedia.com. Would absolutely love to talk to you more about it.
Excellent. I think that's a great place to end this conversation right now. But as both Monica and Amanda have said, we don't have to end the ongoing questions and resources that are available. Call WQA, touch base with Monica, and get more information as you need. So again, my thanks to Monica Sanchez, the Membership Relations Manager at WQA, and Amanda Krangle, who runs Lamplight Digital Media and is chair of the WQA Membership Committee. Thanks to you both.
Absolutely. Thank you, Wes.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Our WQA tip, we invite you to check out the second edition of the Water Treatment for Dummies booklet. It is our consumer-directed publication designed to answer questions about water quality and water quality treatment. The updated version includes a new section on unregulated emerging contaminants, tips for consumers served by a community water supply or by private wells, updated sections on anti-scaling devices, and consumer guidance on how to verify product certification. You'll find a link on our homepage at WQA.org. Thanks for joining us for the Water Quality Association podcast, bringing you the latest news and insights from the association, our members, and outside experts to help you better serve your customers and grow your business. Learn more about water and water treatment at our consumer website, betterwatertoday.org, and learn more about professional certification, product certification, and how you can become a WQA member at WQA.org. Until next time, this is Wes Bleed. So long from the Water Quality Association.